Hey guys. All right. So,
Our book is The Orphan Train.
and we're gonna start with the most outstanding qualities of main characters. So for Molly, I said she has like a cool exterior. Like she comes off like super mean and like rugged, but like she's just been through a lot and like I don't know, she's got like a lot like built up like inside of her. And there was one part specifically where she was in Vivian's house like cleaning out her attic, and Vivian gives her a book, and Molly says, oh, it says in the book, to her surprise, Molly feels a lump in her throat. She swallowed, pushing it down, and like that gave me the like impression that like she does like have a really down to earth side to her, and like I don't know. So
Yeah, I agree with that. I think that she tries to come off as like rebellious and stuff. Like,
yeah, with like all the black makeup
yeah, the
and
dark
like
makeup and the piercings and everything. But as like the story progresses, she starts to like lose that side of her. And one of the quotes I found in the book was like when she steals the book from the library, and like, or an example was like she steals a book but the main reason was she just wanted to own something.
yeah, like and it's funny that it's a book, like like
Yeah.
you would think if she were to be like stealing something, it'd be like anything, but like it was a book. Like she just wanted to read a book,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know with her boyfriend Jack, they're like polar opposites, and I'm just curious like how that like came into play. Like how did they like end up together when like because he's like a really sweet kid, and obviously she has to have like something sweet about her for him to like.
But she acts sweet when she's with him.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like he brings out like who she really is.
Yeah, she said like I remember like reading one part where it was like she like was like apparently like he was the only one that would actually talk to her.
Yeah,
No one
like,
else was
like-
the first
yeah.
person who talked to her.
Right.
which is weird. Like, what do you think it was about her that like attracted his attention?
Yeah.
Like, why would he just be randomly attracted to someone like?
Well, they were both like the new kids at one point at that school.
Well, wasn't he like this like popular jock and like?
Kind
She said he like was like super good at soccer and like all that. I don't know.
I also think that Molly is very organized, because it says in the book on page 9, she likes putting things in order. She learned to take care of her few possessions, because she doesn't have much, because like she has moved from home to home to home.
Which also is like shocking though that she's like so organized because she totally does not come off that way.
And like her life is chaos.
So I don't know if she's like putting on this act, like putting up, like almost like protecting herself, or if like she's genuinely like wants to be the way she's like making herself seem.
I honestly think it's just like her protecting herself.
Probably.
There's so many people that like betray things.
And then like Vivian points out later in the book saying how her dark makeup and her hair or whatever could be partly because Molly is a part of Native American.
Okay.
She thinks it's like kind of going back to her heritage.
I think kind of like she's been like rejected a lot when it comes to like families and stuff. Like she's been like passed around and stuff. So I think it's almost like a defense mechanism. Like if they're not gonna like her anyway, then like she's gonna like make it like her decision for them not to like her. Like she's gonna take it into her own hands. Yeah, and so like she just like goes out of her way. All right, let's go for number 2. In what way does this character drive the story? I said she has like a super mysterious vibe to her, and like if she were to be in like one of our classes, I would like get curious. I'd be like, okay, so like who is this girl and like what is she doing, blah blah blah. And I said the way her and Vivian interact gives like a big idea that them two like have a lot in common and that like they get along really well. Because I think Vivian's kind of the same way. Like she comes off like kind of cold and like I don't know, angry a little bit, and then like you kind of figure out more about her and realize that she's like Marley in that sense.
Yeah, I think they both come off as kind of like angry at the world in a sense, but at the same time,
which is like like reasonable for them
Yeah.
to be angry at the world.
Because they've both gone through a lot. They both suffered loss in their life from like their family. But I think that both of them like have a story to be told that like no one has really taken the time to listen to.
Really nice.
Do you want to talk about the family?
Let's finish these and then go on to the video. In what does the character influence the other characters? I think for this one, it's more of like her being influenced by other people. Like because like she, her boyfriend Jack, who's the son of the maid, um, he's influenced by her in the sense that like he wants to help her and like that's how he got her the community service hours and everything. But I don't know, it's confusing that they like end up together. I think he's like going through like to a lot of risks to like get her to be like in a good place. Like, on page 91, Terry, like the mom and the maid, said to Molly, Jack may have told you I wasn't crazy about this idea. So like Terry isn't a huge fan of Molly, which is like, I don't know, if I was a parent, like I don't know if I would be either, considering like she's gotten in a lot of trouble and like she just got 50 community service hours and all that. So I don't know, he's going through a lot to like help her out.
And in the beginning, I think Molly mentions that she has the vibe that Jerry doesn't like her.
Yeah.
She mentions it at the beginning too.
Yeah, she says that multiple times throughout the book. Like, your mom doesn't like me, whatever. And Jack always like defends his mom, which is like understandable.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think that he doesn't see that like his girlfriend and his mom don't see eye to eye. But, like, I feel like his mom's probably more traditional and doesn't think that Molly's different.
As like a mother, like that would make sense.
Yeah, but like at the same time, I think she would enjoy it. Like, I don't know, I would think like that Molly has been through a lot. Like maybe I would like help her and like.
I feel like that brings it back to like that she has a story to be told, but like, no one's like taking the time to listen to her.
Right.
Alright, is this character reliable? I mean, she says herself to Jack on page 6, Dina says nobody will take me, I'm untrustworthy. So she's openly admitting like she's untrustworthy. But I think a lot of her like unreliability probably like stems back to the fact that she's just been like thrown around and that she's never really had anyone super close to her that's like cared about her. Like every family she's been with like hasn't really cared all that much. So I think that's a defense mechanism also like causing trouble.
Yeah. I think that she is reliable in the sense that like when she wants to be, but like I agree with you, like it's part of her like whole like wall that she's like.
I think she's reliable when it comes to Vivian.
Yeah,
like she showed up at her house in the morning and like, which I don't know, she was ready.
She skip her hours. Like,
Yeah.
she did the whole thing.
But I think that's the reason because like Vivian has been like the same thing.
Yeah,
and like
they have a connection.
they're like it's like they understand each other, so they're both like.
But at first, Molly does not like it. Like, she's not cool with having like a serious connection with Vivian. Like, she's kind of reluctant to like open up to her. She doesn't want to like tell her very much, and she doesn't know why Vivian's telling her stuff too.
Yeah.
So I think she's almost afraid to get close to somebody in fear that like whatever happened in the past is going to happen over and over again.
I feel like as the story grows and their relationship grows, like Vivian helps her to get rid of the whole wall up as she tells her story and then has Molly tell her story. Like in the book, they said that when they were unpacking the boxes, that it wasn't more to get rid of things, it was to see it one last time.
Yeah.
For Vivian.
And I think that also comes back to the question, what does this character influence the other characters? I think Vivian has that influence on Molly where it's like, it's okay to like open up and like talk about everything. Like she's almost like the person who like takes down her security and like her walls and everything to like get her to be more honest with herself and everybody.
And Molly doesn't have like a lot of friends besides Jack.
Yeah.
So I think she finds like a friend in Vivian. and sort of like a motherly figure because like her dad died and then her mom, who's been in jail for drugs.
Yeah.
So like it's like more of like a positive role model.
And like you can tell like Molly trusts Vivian because when her like boss or parents kicked her out, she went like straight to Vivian and like talk to her and have them take her in. So like she obviously trusts her. So I don't know.
And I think that's. I like one of the questions I had is what qualities do Vivian and Molly share? I mean that it's pretty vague, but I don't know. I think they both share the cold exterior. Um, I think they're both hesitant to like be super open with people, and I think that's why Vivian comes off cold because maybe she doesn't trust a whole lot of people. But I think eventually they start bringing out like the best in each other.
On page 170, Molly says, when Vivian describes how it felt to be at the mercy of strangers, to force a smile when you feel numb, like, she felt the same way. But she understands how she felt because, like, they've both been moved around a lot between families, and they obviously don't always get along with the families because, like, well, Vivian got, like, raped as a child and, like, thrown out. She was just there for, like, child labor. But then Molly just keeps getting thrown out because of her attitude. So, like, they just, like, put up this like act to just like accept their fate.
Yeah, it's like defending. So.
Yeah. But like instead of fighting it, they just kind of accept it to like avoid further conflict.
Yeah, like at one point when she got in trouble, when Molly got in trouble in the beginning of the book, she told like her parents like, "It's fine if like you want to get rid of me, like blah blah. Like I get it, like I don't care and all that." So I don't know if she genuinely doesn't care, or like if she kind of like expected this from the beginning, like expected to be like thrown out again and again.
Yeah, I feel like since she had been thrown out so many times, she just kind of like
Assumes
accepts
like the worst,
fact
yeah.
that like she will be in order to like not get hurt from it, so she doesn't form attachments with families. And then I also think that something they have in common is they both have necklaces that hold profound meaning to them. Because Molly's has like the charms on it from her dad, and like each represented something like magical. Whatever.
And it's kind of like one of the only things that I like had from the
Yeah,
past.
that she had left. And then Vivian had their thing that her, or like the pendant that her grandma gave her before that they left for America. So that gives her like the connection back to her family.
Yeah, and she like I remember like when Vivian was on the train and somebody's like, "You have to take off the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's gonna take you in if you don't take off the necklace." And she's like, "This is all I have left." So,
Yeah. So they'll let her keep it.
Yeah.
Maybe you're good?
Yeah.
Sure. You want to stop it?